Gavin. Read those books in a blink. Oh yeah. Grab yourself a hot drink cause you're watching How to Train Your Gavin.
Yep, that's me.
Hey guys, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. So I've travelled hundreds upon hundreds of miles to the middle of nowhere. Literally, there is not another person or building in sight. There is just nobody around. I'm actually rather scared. I'm doing this because I am filming a vlog where I will be reading one horror middle grade book, one horror young adult book, and one horror adult book. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to cope. It's going to be an all-nighter from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm staying out here, and then I will, hike the motorway or something and try and get back home. So I've actually erected my own tent. I've never, put up a tent myself before. It's only a one-person tent. I'll show you how it looks. So that's it there, and I don't think it looks quite right. It looks quite flat, and I believe it's going to rain tonight. That is not going to protect me whatsoever. It's going to be fun. Let's have a look inside. This is the inside. As you can see, it's perfect, absolutely perfect for a very spooky night outside. Ooh, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna get all comfortable and I will explain more about what the night is gonna entail. So welcome to my crib. Okay, I didn't realize there would actually be a lot of fireworks going off. So that's gonna be great. It's absolutely freezing, absolutely freezing. I've got, a blanket on the ground. I've got another blanket on top. I've got my pajamas on, which really I probably should put some more layers on, but we're not going to do that. Can't be bothered. It already looks like it's falling down. It already looks like it's falling down. I'm not actually starting for another 20 minutes, which is great because it gives me enough time to introduce you to what I'm doing today and what the fuck am I doing in fucking tent. Oh shit, oh god, oh my god. Okay, I'm very fragile. Thought this was something, but it's just my slippers. Alright, I'm going to be on edge all night pretty much because I'm also reading 3 very scary books. I'm going to read 1 horror middle grade, 1 horror young adult, and 1 horror adult, which I think I've already mentioned. So, the horror middle grade I'm reading is Hide and Seeker by Dacre Herman. This one is about a hide and seek game gone very wrong. I believe a bunch of kids start playing hide and seek and then they start going missing one by one. It's going to be terrifying, I just know it. And then for the young adult, I am reading Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar, and I cannot wait to read this. I've heard some very good things about this recently, and all I know about it really is I think there's a town that's torn between old and new. There's a cornfield, and there's also a killer clown in a pork pie hat. That's all I know about that one. And then for the adult book, I am reading Offspring by Jack Ketchum. This is the sequel to Off Season. I did a vlog reading Off Season earlier in the year, and it was really fucked up. It really terrified me. There are still scenes from that one that have stuck with me, and I can't quite get them out of my head. So I can't wait to read this one, apparently. So Offspring is 292 pages long. Clown in a Cornfield is 341 pages long. Hide and Seeker is 308 pages long. Oh my god, I'm getting so cold. So, I mean, I'm trying to fit these all... Oh, man, it's wet. Honestly, this is not a great start at all, is it? Yeah, I've set myself a limit between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. and I don't know how that's going to go, to be honest. Don't think I'm going to get all 3 of them read during the 12 hours I'm setting myself, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Hopefully I won't be possessed by a malicious spirit during the night, and hopefully no, killer clowns come and murder me. But then again, it's 2020, why not? So yeah, I'm just going to drink my coffee. I'm going to start with the middle grade, Hide and Seeker. Hopefully I can get that one done relatively quickly. I'm quite fast at reading middle grade, so hopefully I will do that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all of these books. I'm so excited, especially for, well, I would say Hide and Seeker and Clown in a Cornfield. I am so excited for both of them. But yeah, Offspring, I think it's going to give me absolutely terrifying nightmares. Also, the only light I have is the light on my phone, pretty much. And I'm doing some reading sprints and things with some of my patrons as well. Okay, so I have like 10 minutes before I begin my 7 till 7 all-nighter. I keep hearing noises. It's like more like a scratching noise around the tent. Like this. I mean, that's gonna do jack shit to protect me, innit? Did you hear that noise? Look at the clouds. It's so dark. I don't think there's anything around. People also keep setting off fireworks as well. It's freaking the shit out of me. God, it's freezing. I'm going back in. Hey guys, it's nearly midnight, and I'm actually a little gutted because I thought I would finish Hide and Seeker well before now, and I'm worried that I won't get all 3 books finished tonight. However, yes, I did finish Hide and Seeker like a few minutes ago. I keep distracting myself with scrolling through Twitter and all of that. But anyway, I did finish this and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. This is a fantastic middle grade horror book. I was actually genuinely scared for a lot of it, and actually reading it in a tent at this time of night. Sorry, I keep hearing noises, and it's... What was that?
Just a moment.
Fucking Siri. And it really does add to the atmosphere. I will give it that. It adds to the atmosphere. But okay, so I'm going to talk about the book and not talk about the fact that fireworks kept going off. And I keep hearing scratching noises. Anyway, apart from that, I love this, okay? So now I've read it, I understand more about what happened in it. So we actually follow Justin, and about a year, well, just over a year ago, his best friend Z went missing. And a few days later, his mum died. And then about a year later, Z reappeared. And we have no idea what's happened to him, what, occurred during the time he was missing. So there's a welcome home kind of party for Z, which Justin goes to along with some of his best friends, like Nia and Lyric, and they end up playing a game of hide and seek, and it actually goes really horribly wrong. And then the next day, one of the kids who played the game goes missing, and then another one goes missing, and then Justin realizes that they are being hunted by the Seeker, and it's so... I really enjoyed this, and I do think it really helped actually being in a tent. I am literally terrified. It's so dark outside. It's so dark. And I keep saying shadows, but it's just my shadow. Also, when I went out to pee before, there was slugs going up the side of the tent. I don't know about spiders. I really don't know about spiders. But anyway, so what I really loved about this... Okay, do you say this rhyme when you play hide and seek? It's really creepy. I mean, this is the rhyme they say, when the person who is seeking, they say it, and then the people who are hiding have to say yes. I went up the hill was muddy, stomped my toe and made it bloody. Should I wash it? And then they have to say yes. But whatever happened to just counting to 20 or counting to 50? I mean, why does it have to be that creepy? No, that really did set it off like really well. It did have the really creepy atmosphere, and it just kept it up throughout, I felt, and I was really scared for the kids. I had no idea what was going on. There were some side characters, one in particular, who I didn't know what their deal was, and there was like little twists and turns every now and then, little reveals that were really well done, and I really enjoyed that. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys because I really want you to read it and like be surprised and really enjoy this whole entire world. It is really, really creepy, really well done. And the Seeker is terrifying. He does use your fears against you. It's so good. What can I say about it that won't spoil it? Also, there is just so much good stuff about friendship in this. Like, I really loved Justin's friendship with like Nia and Lyric. It was so heartwarming, and amidst all of this horror that was happening in this book, it was actually really, well, a nice relief that they had each other, and it made me... Did you hear that? Okay. I swear my nerves are fucking shot. Yeah, friendships were so fantastic in this. I really enjoyed the characters. There is a lot of emotional turmoil for our main character, especially after he lost his mum. I thought that was really well explored and rather emotional. And yeah, it just added so much weight to this. It's just such a good, well, it's such a great middle grade. And I think more people should read this. More people should read this, 100%. A huge thank you to Neeks for recommending this on Twitter. Like, seriously, this was like such a gem of a recommendation, and I would wholeheartedly recommend it as well. I can't say much more about it, guys. Just read it. This is the perfect time to read it. It's in the middle of the night in a 10 kind of book, read it. But yeah, this was fantastic. So 5 stars for that one, and I have such high hopes for the next book, so I'm going to read Clown in a Cornfield. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to get up to Offspring. I really hope I do. But to help me with Clown in a Cornfield, I have the audiobook as well on Audible. So I think I'm going to listen to it on 2 times speed and read along, because I'm terrible for distractions. And if I listen as I read, it will keep me focused on this. I have been doing some little sprints and things with my patrons as well, but I think I'm just going to go full steam ahead on this, and I'm going to listen to the audiobook as well. I think that'll really help, and it'll help drown out some of the noises I'm hearing as well. So hopefully that will make it better for me. If I can't hear it, then it isn't happening. So if there are any ghosts that want to, come into the tent and have their way with me, firstly, are you fit? No, so yeah, I'm going to give this a read. I was going to update when I got halfway through a book. So I was going to update halfway through this, but then I was just like, oh, that'll be too many updates and it'll just be boring because it'll just be me speaking. So I'll just wait until I finish the book, and I did, and I loved it. Okay, right, on to Clown in a Cornfield now, and I'll probably be able to explain it much better than just kill a clown in a pork pie hat when I've read it. So hopefully, if I'm not murdered, I will see you in the next update. Guys, it's 2 a.m. and I keep hearing noises. I mean, that's I was expecting that. There's a lot of noises going on outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Hello? God, I'm shaking. Is there anyone there? How do I think I am Yvette Fielding from Most Haunted? If there's anyone there, please make a noise. It's literally so dark outside, I don't even think you would be able to see anything. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Where the fuck is it? It was right there. What the fuck was it? Nope. I just want to say to all my viewers, if I don't make it out of this alive, please watch all of my videos with the ads on. Don't skip the ads. It will help pay for my funeral. It's 2 a.m. I'm out. I'm fucking out. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. Nah. Goodbye. I have failed. I cannot stay outside. I have brought dishonor on myself. I brought dishonor on you. I brought dishonor on my cow. Nah, I'm not getting possessed. I haven't had anyone inside me in nearly a year now, and I'm not about to break that streak tonight. And this book is like getting so good as well. And then, okay, so not a great deal happened between chapters 2 and 6, and then like 2 deaths happened in like chapter 7 and 8. And then, like, I'm on chapter 11 now. All of this stuff was starting to happen, and that's when things started to get freaky outside. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So I've come inside now. I'm freezing my tits off. I'm on page 158. It's now 20 past 2, and I'm also listening to the audiobook. I'm listening to it on quite a fast speed, but I'm just like listening to it and reading along, and even at that speed it's kind of a little bit slow for my eyesight, but I'm taking it all in, and I still have quite a lot left. I'm not even halfway through yet, so I'm really worried because I don't think I'm going to end up reading, or is it this one, which I do really want to read it, but it's 20 past 2, and I mean, I might finish this in over 2 hours, like over the next 2 hours, so hopefully. I am starting to get a bit tired though, so I might make myself another coffee, but this is getting so good. So, I mean, it started off with a prologue where somebody dies, and it's quite tragic, but that happened in Kettle Springs, and then we have Quinn, who lives somewhere else, but she moves to Kettle Springs in the first chapter, and then she starts to, you know, go to the school there, she starts to meet the people there, and you already know quite early on there is a huge divide between the older people in this town and the younger people in this town. There is a huge divide. I'm hearing noises again, and I'm in the house. So I didn't mind the fact that not a great deal happened between chapters 2, what did I say, 2 and 6? I think it was, yeah, between 2 and 6. Not a great deal happened, but I genuinely didn't mind that. The building up of this town and the people in it, I mean, especially the older people. The teacher, there's a teacher, and I was just like, you're weird. And I am quite liking the secondary characters as well. And now that like 2 deaths have happened, it's getting really slasher movie-esque, and I'm just living for it. It was feeling a bit of a 4-star, a little bit at the start, but now it's like ramping up. I'm feeling like this is going to be a 5-star for me. I think it's going to be 5-star. So I can't wait to find out. Actually, I can't wait to get back into reading it. I'm going to put the audiobook back on so I can't hear any of the noises in the house. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will get to this one. Fingers crossed. So I will update you. I wasn't going to update you because I'm only halfway through, but because I've kind of, you know, admitted defeat on camping outside, I thought I would, you know, update you. So yeah, that's how this is going. Guys, I love this so much. This is another 5-star read. 2 5-star reads in one reading vlog. Has this happened to me? Actually, yes, it has happened to me before. I'm not gonna lie. I am still really glad about it. It is now 4:45 in the morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel absolutely knackered. I could probably go to sleep after this. I still want to read Offspring by Jack Ketchum. I really want to read this. I borrowed this off my friend back in May or June, and I've been meaning to read it since then. And part of the reason why I did this vlog was so I could read this, but I should have started earlier than 7 p.m, to be honest. I really should have started earlier. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been through too much tonight to do it, I think. I think I want to leave it with this one. I loved it. I thought this was fantastic. So when I left you, I said there were 2 deaths. Oh my god, that is nothing compared to what comes after. I was literally, like, when I updated you, I was, I think, 1 or 2 chapters away from the start of bloodshed, and it was, oh my god, it was phenomenal. I was not expecting a lot of things to happen. I thought I predicted something, but like my prediction just didn't come close. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. There were some deaths that were quite gruesome, which I really loved in this book. I haven't read a YA horror that really went balls to the wall, and this one did it. This is like, I could see this adapted. I really could. It would be a cinematic masterpiece, and yeah, I'm trying to be very cohesive with my thoughts, but it's really hard. I don't want to spoil anything. I love the character of Quinn. She's the main character, and I really liked her. She was so strong, and I loved her journey throughout the whole thing. You know, she's a new girl in this town to begin with, but she really comes quite a long way during this book. And I love some of the other characters as well, and something happens at the end, well, towards the end, and it just made my, like, gay heart so happy, and I'm not going to say what, but you can kindly probably guess. No spoilers here, but I loved it. I just knew this wasn't going to be a 4-star by the time I got to the deaths. Like, this is 5-star. If you love slasher movies, if you love those 90s teen movies, then you will love this. I wasn't expecting what happened, and oh, it was so good. Honestly, as soon as it gets to all of the bloodshed, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going. Ah, what a ride. I'm kind of glad that I didn't read this in that tent outside at this time of night. Morning now pretty much. I'm so glad I came indoors, and I to be honest, I'm still not warm. I still feel quite cold. So I really do think being in that tent was not a good idea. My new mantra is, do it for the vlog, but don't put your health at risk. I just love this book, okay? This is 5-star. It is my favourite young adult horror book I've ever read, and probably one of my favourite horror books ever. In general, doesn't matter the age group, it's just fantastic. I think this is the perfect way to end this vlog, to have 2 epic 5-star reads with Hide and Seeker by Dacre Herman and Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Caesar. And I'm sorry, Jack Ketchum. I'm really sorry. I don't think I can stay up for you. I definitely want to still read you this month. So if you want to know what I think about this book, I'm sorry, this is like a cliffhanger. The tension, the anticipation of me reading this book is so high. But yeah, honestly, I need to do this because I need to give it back to my friend. I'm such a bad friend. So yeah, I will read this some other time, I promise. So I ended up just reading a middle grade and a YA horror book. Both 5 stars, both fantastic. Do check them out, please do. I will link buying links down below where you can get them from, or say if they're in your local library. And just have the best Halloween ever. Or if it's not Halloween when you're watching this, just read them because they're so good. Anyway, that was the end of my vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so sorry I didn't get to read the adult horror. I'm really sorry. I did try, but I'm just too tired now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.